Good morning, everyone. I'm Thomas Goirand. I'm the CEO of GPL Host. I'm also the main programmer of our web hosting solution that I'm going to present to you today. So, I'll first introduce the VPS market. So, what we call VPS in our industry is just like VM, but as well containers. I'll explain that later. Then I'll tell you why it's important to run what we call a control panel. What we call a control panel in web hosting is just a web interface, so our customers can interact with their virtual machines. Then I'll give you a quick briefing of how to use our software, provisioning and things like that, and all the challenges that we have to face running the business itself. So the VPS market is really growing, and we've seen over the years that shared hosting is going down. People want the features to have the root on the server, and dedicated servers seems to be quite expensive when you just need the feature to have the root on your server. And there's many small players in the industry and very few big players. I'm sure you know Amazon, maybe GoDaddy. These are big players with that maybe won't have the support of the small players. The market is dominated by virtual. I don't know if you know OpenVZ. It's container. It's not really virtual machines. It's comparable to a BSDJ, if you know, but bring to the Windows to the Linux world. So they use that because they can overcommit memory, which is a feature that we are expecting to have to be included in Xen itself. So we are looking for that feature because it's going to reduce the cost of web hosting companies. Most companies are using commercial tools, and everything is open source, like you have Apache, MySQL, and things like that is open source. But the web interface itself is most of the time a commercial product that the companies are paying for. And there's until very recently, there was no solution to sell VPSs to final customers. There's web interfaces to control your Xen server, that's true, but they do not aim at reselling. Quick briefing about our company. So we started in 2003 and quickly hosted some VPSs in 2005, back when there was Xen 2.0.7. Since then, we always worked on web hosting solutions and software to host our customers. We started small with only one company in the US, and we now host from 10 locations in the world, and we have now 3 companies. What makes GPL Host a unique company is that, first of all, we're the only company that has succeeded in making a web interface for web hosting included in mainline distributions like Debian and Ubuntu. And that's as well the only solution that is available to resell VPSs that is open source. Now, why you do need a control panel? There's 2 wrong assumptions that people are often doing. The first one is that if you know the shell, if you know the tools, then you don't need a control panel. Why would I need a web interface if I know how to manage everything on the shell? That's just plain wrong. You do need the automations. And the other assumption is the opposite one, is like control panel, a web interface, then why would I need to learn? A control panel will not replace your knowledge on the shell and the dirty job, I would say. You do need everything, both the control panel and the shell tools. Okay, and doing everything by hand is just plain unrealistic. If you have loads of customers, then you do need automations. Because hosting is most of the time cheap, because there's a big competition. You can't do in another way. And like, if you do set up a lot of customers every day, then it's very easy to do mistakes. I didn't count the number of lines on the shell scripts we have, but that's quite big, and you do need the scripts. And you cannot spend a large amount of time with all the customers. And as well, your customers will expect to have the automations. They expect that everything is running smoothly, automatically. And it brings an unprofessional image to just not use it. A control panel will free support for your staff, increase reactivity. You do not want to make invoices by hand every month to all your customers. That's a job that is just not sustainable. And it will increase security by bringing resource monitoring that I'm going to introduce later on. You can set up policies like firewall policies and things like that. And everything that you learn over the years, you just bring it to and save it into scripts that you can save for later on. Altogether, it helps your business to grow bigger without too much hassle. So why it's important that the control panel is free? First, as I said, it doesn't make sense that the control panel would be the only software that is not open source. And it's as much as important that it's open source and that we're accepting contributions. I don't know if you heard, it might sound obvious for the crowd here, but like, it was not for some of, like, the people, there's a project called VPS, which was very famous at the time. And they had issues because they were not accepting so much contribution. The control source system was quite closed. I'm a Debian guy, okay? I love Debian, but like many people use CentOS, so like we paid attention to pour it to CentOS. So as I said, our DTC and DT6N is included in Debian and Ubuntu since Lenny. And like you won't need support ticket software separated or separated billing software, because like even commercial solutions like cPanel and things like that, people bring other software that they need to add to it. So in DTC it's all integrated. So this is all the features we have. All our development is based on our needs. So like all the functions that we have in DTC, we use them all, and there's no useless function either. It's not driven by a commercial needs to add features and then release and then let your customer pay for a new version. So that may be why what we did is a bit different. It's a common system with a central web interface controlling many Xen servers, like .0. And we made it easy to modify with the setup scripts using shell sh. So here's the main principle. So you have the web interface that is running PHP and shell scripts, running on a DOM or a dedicated server is fine as well. And then it connects to a sub-server that binds over HTTPS with authentication. Through XenD shell, we control the DOM